Race 2 of the BMW IBSF Women's Skeleton World Cup in Park City, Utah. After the first of the two heats, Kelly Curtis of the USA was one of a group of 5 athletes covered by 1700ths of a second, all potentially battling for a bronze medal. Another really strong start from the American put her in with a great chance, and she backed that up with top sliding down the track. Zhao Dan of China, tied for 8th place after the first heat, was the leader at this stage. But despite the young Chinese sliders' big efforts, Kelly Curtis had enough speed at the bottom to see her out of the leader's box. Matt Antoine, the coach, delighted with that one. As Laura Dees came to the block, 5th after the first heat, our first race winner from Whistler, Hannah Nizer, had already dropped out of the equation, so Kelly Curtis was still the slider to beat. Another strong start from Laura Dees, feeling her way into these brand new British sleds and trying to still find a way to get the best of them. She was searing away from Kelly Curtis, and even a mistake out of the penultimate corner wasn't enough to rob her of the lead. A great effort from Laura Dees with 4 to go. Germany's Susanne Kreher was next up. She had been just 500ths of a second ahead of the British slider after the first heat. A 5:02 start cost her 2 of those precious hundredths, and from there on, Susanne was having to fight on a track that she has never seen before to try and grab a medal. She held her lead early on, all was looking good. But it gradually ebbed away, and at the end of the run, another critical exit. She had a little more of a skid than her rival, and in the red numbers at the line, dropped to 2nd spot. Laura Dees led with 3 to go. And Dees was still the leader as we got to the top 2 after Kimberly Bosch, 3rd in the first heat, dropped away. Tina Hermann claimed gold in her first ever race on this track in 2016, silver in the last race here in 2017. She was in the silver medal position just 900ths behind Mimi Reneva after the first run. And she dropped behind, came ahead, and dropped behind Laura Dees as well in a nip and tuck race. But down at the bottom, out of corner 14, the critical move was made. She was clean where Dees had to clear up trouble, and that would put her in front at the line by a whisker, but enough to guarantee herself at least a silver medal once more. In a record-breaking first heat, the top 10 sleds were inside Noelle Piker-Pace's 2013 track record. Fastest of all had been Canada's Mimi Reneva with a 49.12, half a second quicker than the previous record. And she backed that up in the second heat as well. Starting faster than Tina Hermann, she never looked in doubt. But you still have to deliver on this tricky track, and she had that covered too. A great second heat from Mimi Reneva to put her firmly at the top of the pile, claiming gold in race 2 of the season, her 4th career victory.
Hi everyone, back home. Hi Ottawa, hi Ellen, Alexina, I love you guys.
Victory for the Canadian ahead of Tina Hermann and Laura Dees has moved Mimi up to 2nd in the overall rankings behind our Whistler winner, Hannah Nizer.